Hey, Deb. Good morning. Wow, there's a new option on live that says bring them on camera. I don't know, should we play with that? Good morning, hey Laura. Anyone want me to try to bring them on camera? I don't want to bombard you. Apparently there's an option I can do that now. Who's popping in? Morning, Brock. Let's not. Was that let's know or let's go? Was that a typo? Whew. How was everyone's weekend? Got 1 minute. Good morning, Mom. This is interesting, though. No camera. I will not. That's what I figured. I asked permission. I'm sure you would have to accept or reject it anyway. 20 seconds till we're officially at 7:30. We'll do a little warm up and then we'll get going. We've got a little longer workout today. Oh, hey, Aunt Michelle. Good morning. Kaylis. All right. 7:30 officially. So here we go. Nice, and let's get warmed up. Let's start with those shoulder swings. And again, if you already feel warmed up, you've already been walking or running for a while, just continue at a super easy pace. Focus on that breath. Long 2 count inhale through the nose, even longer 3 count exhale out the mouth, sending the breath to the backs and bottoms of the lungs, deep into the diaphragm, into the pelvis, all breath throughout the body. So let's go. Arm circles. I really like these backwards ones to get the shoulders open. We run so much. We have a tendency to get our shoulders all hunched forward. So let's counter that for just 4 or 5 of those. Not forgetting to breathe. And then let's brace in that core. Pull 1 foot off the ground. Pull that knee into the chest. We're gonna do a few of those on each side. Remember, thinking as much into the foot on the ground as you are into the hip flexor of the leg you're pulling up. So anchor to that ground. Let's let it turn into a march. Arm is pulling the leg and becomes a skip. So skipping now. You can try those B skips if you have the space to do it. Kicking that foot out and pulling it back under the hip, thinking pawing the ground rather than the kick out. That will help you. And we are ready. If you need to stretch anything else, you need to give yourself a little calf stretch, a few leg swings, anything to get into that joint. Well, my weekend was good, thank you. All right, I think we're about ready to get started. So, 5-minute intervals, 1-minute recovery. The majority of these 5 minutes, I want you guys running at that 6 to 7 out of 10 effort. So still fast running, so strong, you're racing. So it's faster than conversational. It's not all out. It's not that 9 out of 10 sprint to the finish. But when we do our surprise 1-minute pickups, that's where you're gonna give me that push. That's where you're gonna give me that 8 to 9 out of 10 all out effort. And then the challenge after that is gonna be dropping back to the pace that you were at before the pickup, if you can. If you can't drop back to hold the same pace, come back to that same effort, all right? So it'll always be faster than conversational during these 5 minutes, as much as you can make it. All right, if you have to back off at any point, just come back to the effort when you're there. All right, so let's get started. Get my watch set. First 5 minutes on the clock. So go ahead right now. Find that 6, we'll start for sure 6 out of 10 effort. Faster than conversational. Get that heart rate going, that breath flowing. Nice and labored, and again, we're thinking endurably difficult here. So you wouldn't be having a conversation with the person you're running next to if you're running next to someone. I know a couple of you guys are social distance running right now, but you can still maintain that pace. Good morning, Mary, Teresa, and Jessica. We just started our first interval. Jump on in whenever you're ready. So let's start early on here. Reminder, strong in that core. Open across the chest and relaxed in those shoulders. Arms up by our sides, 90 degrees. Grip like you're holding a butterfly or a potato chip, anything you want to imagine that you don't want to crush. Not bringing those arms up too high. I know a lot of us on the treadmill have a tendency to really bring our arms up high because we're running toward the front of the treadmill and we're kind of shielding it off. If you need to give yourself space, even relax a little back off the front of the treadmill. Typically, you have more space than you think. Let those arms drop. Save so much energy, you guys. Back to that core. Strong and long. Open. Glutes slightly engaged. Tailbone tucked just slightly under. And then glutes firing to keep it there. Then growing long through every vertebra of the spine. Thinking to those little tiny muscles in the neck. We don't need to crane those forward or anything, nothing over engaged. Those will do all the engagement they need to on their own. So good, guys. Coming up on already 2 minutes into this first interval. You know what? I had a dream last night. So first I was teaching this class at GLAC again. So that was the good part of the dream. The second part was like the nightmare part, and you guys probably aren't even gonna think it was a nightmare, but I kept forgetting to give you guys the surprise 1 minute pickup part I envisioned, and I was so mad at myself. So I woke up like, oh good, it was just a dream. I'm not gonna forget in real life. So lucky you guys. So over 2 minutes through, and again, it's a surprise. So that'll give you the sensation that you are just holding back enough that you're able to give me a 1 minute pickup when I ask for it, but get really, I want to use the word comfortable, get really confident in this endurably difficult pace, because as soon as we're done with our pickup, which I know you can anticipate is probably coming soon, then you can settle back into it. So strong, you guys. Coming up on that 3 minute mark. Holding strong, confident, get that cadence nice and quick. Confident in that pop, 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 up and over, leg turnover motion. Maybe image of a road runner in your head, seeing those legs just fly in circles effortlessly. That's you guys this morning. All a bunch of road runners flying forward. So good, guys. Nice and strong here. Start to let go of whatever you don't need to hold on to. So good, guys. If you've been keeping track of time, you know probably when that pickup's coming, because we're coming toward the end of the first interval. So hold strong here. In 15 seconds, we're going for that 1 minute, 9 out of 10. So you're running toward a 1 minute recovery in this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's pick it up. Let's add between 0.5 and a full miles an hour on the treadmill. If you're outside, let's look for a mailbox, a tree, whatever that's about a minute away. Start pulling yourself toward that. Give me everything you can give right here, even a little more than that, knowing you're running toward a recovery for this one. Not all of the surprise minutes are going to be at the end of the interval right next to a recovery. So that's okay too. We know what that confident pace is. We know we can come back to it. 30 seconds to go, guys. Hold strong. Where's the next mailbox? Where's the next tree? Where's the next road sign? Can you add 0.1, 0.2 miles an hour on the treadmill? How quick can you fly? Really waking up these legs this morning. So good. Interval number 1, almost done. 10 more seconds. Keep going. Keep flying. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Recover. Can jog out the recovery, walk out the recovery, whatever you're going for. If you're going for distance this morning, you might cover a little more ground jogging, but at the same time, you might come into the next interval fresher if you just stop or walk. So whatever's gonna feel good to your body this morning. Really shake out any unnecessary tension you might have accumulated in the interval. If you need to give yourself another backwards arm swing, or even just extend your arms out to the side to feel those muscles across the chest and in the ribs, spreading open, creating space to get back into our pace. We're going back to that strong 6 to 7 out of 10 effort in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 5 minutes on the clock. 6 out of 10 effort. You're racing. It's strong. It's faster than conversational. Create that sense of endurably uncomfortable chaos in your lungs. Those of you who've been showing up to class for a while now, you might notice that that endurably uncomfortable pace exists at a slightly faster pace than it used to when you started. That's awesome. You're getting faster, you're getting stronger, you're getting fitter. That's what happens when you keep showing up, and it is great. And no shame if one day you're like, oh man, on Friday I was running super fast. I could do this for the whole 5K, and now it's hard for 5 minutes. We're different every day. So celebrate where your body's at. That's where perceived exertion is such a good tool to use, because you are, I guarantee, getting the same workout as long as you can keep that perceived exertion in your head, holding that 6 to 7 out of 10 effort, accepting whatever pace that exists at today. You're getting the workout. Let go of any stress that might come with me talking about pace or anything like that. Fly forward. Focus on that cadence. Are your legs fatigued from anything this weekend? Maybe you're outside running a lot. Maybe you were just playing a lot outside with kids or dogs or whatever it is. Just trust those legs. Focus on that turnover. Already a minute in. So good, you guys. So strong. Maybe let strong be the mantra for these 6 out of 10 efforts, and then call upon the mantra fast for our 1 minute pickups. So you're strong enough to surprise yourself, strong enough to endure whatever pace you set your mind on enduring. So good, guys, knowing that each interval is only 5 minutes at a time. Nice work. All right, keep holding strong. In 30 seconds, you are gonna give me a 1 minute pickup. It's gonna take us over the halfway mark of the interval. All right, so treating this 1 minute as a minute unto itself. You're gonna go in 10 seconds. You're gonna give me that 9 out of 10 effort. Get ready to fly in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1 minute. Give me what you can. How quick can those feet fly? Maybe imagine gusts of wind at your back. Thinking slightly swan dive forward, falling from the ankles, making gravity to use to your advantage. If you're falling forward, your feet have to turn over. So just keep doing that, falling forward, flying forward, strong in the core and long in the spine so that you don't collapse face first onto the ground. No face plants, please. But just keep flying. So good, you guys. We've got less than 30 seconds to go. And again, we are not done with our 5 minute interval. So when we end this minute, guys, you are going back. First challenge, go back to that pace that you were at before we went into the pickup. If you can't hold that same pace, knowing that we have just 90 seconds to go, then you're going back to the same effort. So you're gonna back it off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find that effort. Again, maybe easier to drop back to the pace you were at before if you were on the treadmill, because you can actually see the numbers. If you're outside, don't worry if you're hitting the exact pace. Again, go back to effort. We've got just 90 seconds here, guys. So still strong running, still faster than conversational, even though we're not sprinting it out, all right? Nice work. Hardest part of the interval. I'm actually not even gonna say that. The hardest part of the interval is still probably always the end of the interval. It's whatever part either ends with or follows that 1 minute stretch, but that's okay. We're so close to our recovery. We've got less than a minute here. Hold strong, settled in, nice and strong. Got that nice speed out of the legs this interval. We're just coasting toward our next recovery. So good, guys. 30 seconds. And again, save the sprint part for the pickup when I ask for it. So don't go sprinting toward the end of this interval just because you know it's the end. We've got plenty of 1 minute surprise stretches for you to go closer to all out. Nice work, guys. 10 more seconds and we get a recovery. Still just strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Recover. Nice work, guys. So just one handful of intervals left. That's how I think of 7 intervals, right? We have the 2 on one hand. We kind of cross those out of the way. So we've just got one handful left. We're ready. You know sort of what these looks like. You don't know when the surprise is coming, but that's okay. You've got the format down. You've got the effort levels down. We're ready to go. Whew. So again, maybe give yourself a little neck roll if you need to. If you've been letting those shoulders fly up toward the ears, let them go, let them roll back. Get that grip nice and strong. Think to how your arms were flying. Were they flying across your chest? Again, open up in the shoulders. We are relaxed and open in the heart, open across the chest. 10 seconds and we're on again, guys. Strong in that core, but not bracing so much that we're holding our breath. We can have a strong core and still breathe. 3, 2, 1. 5 minutes on the clock. Going to that 6, 7 out of 10 effort. So you are racing, you're not sprinting, you're faster than conversational, creating that sense of labored lungs, fast heart rate, but still endurable. Level of discomfort, you feel confident you can endure for the duration of the interval. And that's where you're at right now. So good, you guys. Give yourself a visual, that core mind-muscle connection. That is your powerhouse. Glutes also super strong. Other than that, that's the only deliberate tension in our body. Everything else open. Breath is flowing as effortlessly as it can. It might not feel effortless, but trust that it's there. It's working for you. All these parts of your body that are feeling like they're labored right now, that's just them working for you. So good, you guys. 1 minute down. Nice work. Hang in it. 6 to 7 out of 10. If you feel yourself backing off that endurably difficult spot, pick up the pace a little bit. Find it again. If it starts to feel, if endurably comfortable starts to feel more just comfortable, pick up the pace a little bit. You might be faster than you think you are. You might be stronger than you think you are today. No problem in picking up the pace. Just holding enough to be able to give me that 9 out of 10 minute when I ask for it. All right, let's pick it up in 3, 2, 1. Give me 9 out of 10 effort, 60 seconds on the clock. At the end of this 60 seconds, we are going to have just 2 more minutes back at that 6 to 7 out of 10 effort. So fast now, and then we'll finish this interval strong. So how quick can you get your feet to turn over? Thinking pop, 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 up and over, pulling that foot off the ground like the feet are springs. The turnover is the push down motion. The second that foot hits the ground, it's popping up and over to the next foot. Spending as little time in contact with the ground as possible, as close as we as runners can come to flying here. Less than 30 seconds to go, guys. Keep flying forward. If you're on the treadmill, you want to add 0.1, 0.2, knowing you're going to back it off soon, go for it. If you're outside, look for the next mailbox, the next tree, the next road sign, go for it. Get there. Even if you don't get there, try to get there. We're so close, you guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, drop back. Strong running, still racing. The surge is over, but you're still faster than conversational. Still in that endurably difficult territory. 2 more minutes here, running it out. Nice work, guys. Still thinking strong, still focused on that leg turnover. Nice work. Ever so slightly letting the breath flow a little easier than it was at that 9 out of 10 effort. Can you find those little micro moments of relaxation that exists between a 9 out of 10 and a 6 to 7 out of 10 effort? The breath is slightly easier. So feel the relaxation from that slightly easier breath. Nice and confident right here, guys. Coming up on our final minute. Again, just holding strong. No need to sprint out the last minute. Still got 4 more intervals after this. Nice job. Less than a minute to go. Resisting any impulse to collapse. Any impulse to tighten up where we don't need to. We're not clenching those fists. We're not gritting those teeth. We're not furrowing that brow. Nice and relaxed face equals a nice and relaxed body. So good, you guys. Still strong. If you lost that pace after the 9 out of 10, and now your heart rate's dropped a little bit and you need to pick up the pace to refine that 6 to 7 out of 10, go for it. We're not coasting to the end. We're still strong, but we're just not sprinting. 15 seconds. So good, you guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 minute recovery on the clock. 4 more to go. How's everyone doing? Doing good. I know it. Whew. Just 4 more surprise minutes. So again, once you hit that 1 minute on and you're coming back to that 6, 7 out of 10 effort, totally possible that that 6, 7 effort is going to exist at a slower pace than it did before we did the 1 minute pickup. Your challenge is to let the breath settle and then try to find that pace again if you can. So strong, guys. Yay, nice, Brock. All right, we are on again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Together we fly. 5 minutes on the clock. At the end of this interval, you'll get to say you have only 3 more. You guys are just checking these intervals off like it's no big thing. 6 to 7 out of 10. My racers in this class, you're somewhere probably around right between 10K and half marathon race pace to start, okay? And then we pick it up. So good, guys. Strong here. 6 to 7 out of 10. Checking in with those lungs. Labored breathing, totally okay. Totally normal to be in that high yellow zone and my zone. Totally fine. You might even creep into the red early on. That's still fine. So it's labored breathing, fast heart rate, Nice, confident breath though. Again, the breath might be shorter than you're used to, but it's nice and confident. That's the endurably difficult part. So holding strong right here. Keep on going, guys. Let the anticipation of when this 1 minute pickup might be coming be excitement in the form of adrenaline. You're excited to run faster, like horses chomping at the bit, right? You know you've got more speed in those legs. Get excited for the opportunity to let it out. But right now, just be controlled right here. So good. Again, as your legs start to fatigue, you send the mind into those feet. Get that cadence to quicken. Imagine pulling that foot off the ground, not giving it an opportunity to surrender too long to gravity, defying gravity here, guys. So good. Halfway through this interval, 2.5 minutes to go. Are you at that 6 to 7 out of 10 effort? Let's just go right now and call it a 7 since we're going toward the end of class here. Are you at a 7 out of 10 effort? If not, add 0.1, add 0.2. If you add 0.1, add 0.2, and it starts to become an 8 out of 10, starts to become too fast, back it off. But you don't know until you try. You might add 0.1, 0.2 miles an hour. You might pick up the pace a little bit, quicken your cadence, re-brace in your core, reopen in your lungs, take a few breaths, and find that you can be comfortable there. So don't shy away from some challenging paces just because they might look scary on the treadmill or scary on your watch. So good, guys. Again, some air suspense. We don't know when the 1 minute's coming, but we know it's coming soon because we're close to the end of the interval, right? I can tell you it's coming in about 20 seconds. So we're gonna end again our final minute here on that 9 out of 10 effort. All right, 15 seconds, we're going 9 out of 10. Get ready to fly, get excited to fly. I've got you in a slingshot here, pulling you back. Gonna let you go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are launched, flying for a minute toward a 1 minute recovery. Feet flying as quick as you can, literally flying here, guys. Spending as little time in contact with the ground as possible. How quick can you get that foot off the ground? Can you imagine a gust of wind at your back? Can you imagine the ground falling away behind you like you're a character in the video game? Maybe there's fire at your feet. You have to pick up those feet extra fast so you don't burn in the fire. Just keep going forward. 30 seconds to go, running toward a recovery. Ground behind you, falling away even faster. You've got to move those feet even faster. So good, you guys. You've got this. You're in that little mini finish line stretch. 3 intervals to go after this. 10 seconds. Keep going, keep going. Where is that edge? If you're not there, find that edge. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 minute recovery on the clock. 3 more to go, guys. The majority of class is behind us. Remember that same sigh of relief that you find during the recovery that's there for you during the interval too. Might not feel as effortless, but just letting that sigh come out of your body to make space for the interval. Constantly asking, where can we create space in our lungs, in our heart, everywhere to accommodate these greater paces. We've got 20 seconds. All right, so this next 5 minutes, we are starting at a 9 out of 10 and then we'll back it off, all right? So we're going right back to that effort we ended at. If you're on the treadmill, maybe try going back to the pace you ended at and see if you can't hold on for a minute. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. 9 out of 10 effort. So starting with the flight, take off, launch in that slingshot, floor falling away behind you. It'll slow down soon, but maybe that floor falling away behind you is a good image to keep in your head for the whole next 5 minutes. Right now, it's falling away rapidly, so you need to move those feet rapidly. You need to take your mind out of it right here and just hurl your body forward and let your feet fly. In about 30 seconds, the floor behind you is going to still be falling away pretty rapidly, but less rapidly, so you can back off the pace a little bit. All right. I'm good. 20 seconds, keep flying forward. Flying toward, not an easy bout, but a little bit slower bout. So strong, you guys. We're gonna back it off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to that 6 to 7 out of 10 effort. Nope, we're going 7. I forgot. Finish line area, 7 out of 10 effort. So still faster than conversational, but from very difficult to endurably difficult right here. Less than 4 minutes to go. Fastest part behind you. Hold a fast pace now though, and trust your heart and lungs to adjust. You've been here before. We picked an endurably difficult pace for a reason. Your heart and lungs will settle back into this. I promise. Just give them time. Trust them without dropping the pace. Ask yourself, what can you let go of to hold on to this pace? Can you let go of any tension in your shoulders, in your hands, your fingertips, anything? Are you gripping your toes into your shoes? Let those toes spread. Let the legs fly. So good, you guys. 3 minutes to go here. No more pickups yet this interval. So we're just running strong. If your breath and your heart rate have adjusted and it's starting to feel, dare I say, too easy, pick up the pace again. So finding that 7 out of 10, not running quite to our edge, but running at that strong, endurably difficult spot. So strong, you guys, so strong, so confident right here. Really connect to that core, mind-muscle connection. Imagine a zipper going up from the groin through the middle, both sides of the abdominal muscles coming together like either side of a coat, sending that breath in, 2 count inhale through the nose if you can, 3 count exhale out the mouth if you can, imagining creating space in the bottoms and backs of those lungs, thinking to the area between the shoulder blades. Those are your wings. Breathe there to spread the wings, to open your wings. We are flying. So good, you guys. We've got less than 2 minutes here. Hold strong. Hold strong. I know this was a tough interval. It's probably not the quickest interval to go by because the 1 minute doesn't break it up. You just start with it, but that's okay. This was maybe going to be the hardest one of class, so just hold strong right here. 90 seconds to go. Just 2 more after this. You guys are crushing these 5-minute intervals. Feet flying. Holding that strong stride by visualizing the legs turning over effortlessly. 1 more minute here. So good, you guys. Let that breath flow. Keep those feet flying. 45 seconds from our next recovery, and then just 2 more intervals. Covering some nice distance in this class with these longer stretches. 30 seconds to go. Again, thinking strong. You might have the impulse to pick up the pace knowing you're running for a recovery. Only do that if you're not already at a 7 out of 10 effort. Otherwise, focus on strong. Focus on where you can be stronger. Can you get those glutes firing a little bit more? Can you get that core a little stronger? Can you open up more? Using this opportunity where you're not running at a 9 out of 10 to get excited for the next opportunity to do it. 3, 2, 1. Nice work, guys. 1 minute recovery. 2 more intervals to go. I'm so intrigued by this bring them on camera feature I'm seeing now. Not everyone has it, but there are some people I have the option of bringing on camera. Maybe we'll try at the end of class. 30 seconds. I could bring Alyssa on camera. I could bring Mary on camera. 15 seconds. All right, going back to that 7 out of 10 effort, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Back to that strong pace, strong in that core. Open across the heart and lungs. Breath flowing. Do not forget to breathe. We need our breath. Maybe bring our imagination into it these last few intervals. Imagine that breath, a certain color or smell or whatever it is that's going to give you a little extra fuel. Maybe you can find a 7 out of 10 effort existing at a slightly faster pace. Give it a try. Add 0.1, add 0.2, and see if you can't let go of something else to maintain that same perceived exertion at a faster pace. Worst case scenario, you back it off. So good, guys. Four minutes to go here. Maybe just the idea that this is your second to last interval sparks enough adrenaline that you are like, oh yeah, I can maintain a faster pace and still find that 7 out of 10 effort just because you're excited to almost be done. Doesn't that happen to us sometimes at the ends of runs or races? No matter how tired we were before, all of a sudden we're like, all right, I can pick it up here. I'm almost done now. So maybe that's where you're at right here. So strong. Again, just visualizing that leg turnover, even if it's not feeling effortless. Bring the mind into it to imagine that it is. Not letting your mind tell your legs that they are too tired, that they have to stop. Not letting your mind tell your lungs or your heart that it's too tired and it needs to stop. Let your mind be your friend in all this. It's your biggest tool. It's the part of you responsible for this great endurance that allows you to keep going when the rest of your body is yelling at you to stop. 3 minutes to go, guys. So good. Running toward our last interval. Ten seconds. You're going to give me a 9 out of 10 for a minute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Second to last pickup of class. You are flying again, knowing this is your second to last opportunity to fly as fast as you can this class. How quick can you go? Maybe find the fastest pace you found on a treadmill or outside yet this class. See if you can't endure it now for just 40 seconds. Keep flying. Can your feet go faster? Can your lungs burn more? Yes, they can. Fall into it again. We're running into that flame, enduring it, knowing we're only there now for less than 30 seconds. Redefining this extreme discomfort as something that is beneficial to our bodies. It's making us faster and stronger the longer we tease out that threshold between endurable and unendurable, making the most of every second here, backing it off to 7 out of 10 in 3, 2, 1, back it off. 90 seconds to go. Holding strong. Totally okay if the pace is slower after that 9 out of 10, but maybe after 30 seconds to a minute or so, you find yourself back at that same pace you were at before, letting your lungs and your heart adjust to it. Remembering that cadence, just coming right back to that effortless leg turnover. Focus forward, chin level. Open in that heart again, strong in that core. We always have those basics to go back to. Less than a minute to go. Nice job, guys. Nice and strong. Running toward our final recovery and then our last interval of class. You guys are crushing this. Same thing here, resisting the impulse to pick up the pace beyond a 7 out of 10 perceived exertion, saving that pickup for the 1 minute when I call it. Nice job, guys. Final recovery in 10 seconds. You're so strong. Where can you get even stronger? 4, 3, 2, 1. Recover. Make the most out of this last recovery, guys. We are going into our final 5 minutes. So maybe now, again, knowing this is your finish line stretch, it's still 5 minutes long, so we're not going to hit the ground sprinting, but maybe you can start to tease out that 7 out of 10 and try to find it existing at a slightly faster pace, bringing your adrenaline in to work for you, knowing you're closer to the finish line, knowing when we hit that last 1 minute that you're going to give it your all anyway. So again, whatever you want to give to these next 5 minutes, as long as you save me 1 minute of all-out effort when I ask for it. In 15 seconds, we're going for our final 5. Get excited in your corner of your boxing ring. Your coach is giving you a little massage, taking off your cape, getting ready to push you into the ring. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take off. Here we go. 7 out of 10, maybe even a little faster, as long as you are saving the energy to give me the fastest pace you run at the minute I ask for it. Here we go, guys, looking straight for that endurably difficult spot where your lungs are burning and your heart is racing, but you are confident you can hang out there for 5 minutes and 5 minutes only. And no more intervals after this, guys. So let that excite you. Let that make your feet fly even more. Asking yourself, what can I get out of every last second of this workout? Maybe visualizing all those new blood capillaries you're creating at running at these long extended efforts. All the new number and size of mitochondria that'll make it easier for your body to convert fuel to energy. You're literally turning your whole body into such powerful entities, into such fast and strong runners. So awesome, guys. Such a good way to start your Monday morning. We've got 1 minute down, just 4 minutes to go. Final 4 minutes of class. Finding and holding that 7, maybe even 7.5, maybe even creeping toward 8, as long as you can give me a 9+ out of 10 the minute I ask for it. Holding strong right there, letting go of whatever you do not need to carry toward the end of this interval, the end of this class, this finish line. What are you ready to leave behind? Let it go. Could be mental, could be emotional, could be actual physical tension. Just let go of whatever you don't need, creating space in all those areas, mental, physical, emotional, and then increasing the pace to settle into that space. So good, you guys. So strong. Focus forward. Strong and fast here. Final 3 minutes on the clock. 3 minute interval. You guys have seen a 3 minute interval so many times. Hold strong right here, so close to the finish line. Maybe imagining this point of the race, holding this strong pace. You see a few people ahead of you that maybe they started off sprinting and now you're catching up to them just by maintaining this nice 7 out of 10 effort. Imagine them, your pace is strong, you're not sprinting yet, but they're slowing down, so you're reeling them in. Keep that cadence rhythmic, keep those arms nice and relaxed, maybe using them a bit to drive the legs just if you're a little more tired here, but pulling past person after person after person. So good, you guys. You've got to be approaching that second place position by now. You're approaching the point where you could win this race. So really imagining imaginary fishing line attached to these people's backs. If you're outside, maybe put that fishing line on a tree or a mailbox or a sign or a driveway. Reeling things in, getting faster every time you do. We've got less than 2 minutes to go. Here we go. You are in third place of this race. Second place is ahead of you, but they're 20 seconds ahead and they are slowing down. If you can surge a little bit, not all the way to 9 out of 10 yet, go for it. Otherwise, just hold strong right here. Let them fall back to you. Keep holding strong. Not far from our final pickup. So good, guys. Pulling in front of that third place person. You are in second place now. First place is 40 seconds away from you. Top of this minute, you are going for your final minute. Go win this race in 3, 2, 1, take off. Everything you've got. Final minute of class, surge. First place, 25 seconds away from you. Go catch that person. Running as quickly as you can. Mind is out of it now. You're leading with your heart, flying with your spirit. You are 15 seconds from that first place person. Give me 0.1, 0.2, 0.5, full mile an hour on the treadmill if you can. You are so close to done, guys. Keep flying, pulling up beside that first place person. Surge past them here. 30 seconds to go, guys. Win this race. You do not have to look beside you or behind you to know that they are right at your heels. Surge again. Leave them in your dust. Do not give them space to pass you. 15 seconds from the finish line. Final surge. If you can, create more space between you and that second place person. Your race to win. 10 seconds from the finish line. See that finish line tape. Yours to break in 4, 3, 2, 1. Break the tape. Woo. First place finishes Monday morning for everyone. Awesome job. Oh, catch your breath. How's everyone doing? So good to have you here. We had a really good class this morning, guys. Oh. Nice and relax and cool down. If you're going to keep jogging it out, keep jogging. If you're going to stop, maybe let yourself stretch a little bit. Now that we're done, we can maybe do a little more static stretching if you're on your treadmill and you want to balance one hand on it. But trying not to arch your back too much, just getting that foot in the hand, strong in the core, pulling back. Feel that in my upper quad and hip flexor area. Same on the other leg. Really pulling back there. Breathing into it. Bring that leg up across that 4 position. If you've got something to hold on to, you can sit back, getting into that glute muscle that you did not balancing well this morning, that you engaged so well. Woohoo, got a 10K in. Nice work. And switch legs, you get more of a stretch in your glute if you flex that foot. Breathing into where it's tight. You can find either the edge of your treadmill. I'm going to use this little foam roller here. Edge of your treadmill or a sidewalk curb, maybe a little roadside platform. Get into that calf. A lot of us with prickly ankles and shins, a lot of that can be not stretching our calves well. Calves can get so tight. I know mine do. And switch. Like just showing you guys some of these stretches. Feel free to hold them longer if you need to. Definitely hop on your foam roller later if you have time. I'm gonna lacrosse ball or something, get into those trigger points. I did the Les Mills On Demand body flow the other day. Really great yoga for runners. Gets into a lot of those hip flexors. Exercise, 5.2, but still awesome run. Sorry, gets really into those hip flexors, so that's a good one. I know they're all free on Glack's page. The Les Mills On Demand, you can shoot me a message if you are having trouble finding the link and I can send it to you. But does anyone else have any questions for me this morning? You guys did awesome. It was a great workout. Anyone want to come on the camera? You can try it. I'm just going to press bring on camera. Hey, Carrie, thank you. We're going to try to bring Mary on the camera. Oh, you did the yoga too. Nice. Yeah, that was so good, wasn't it? Oh. Mary declined. It's all right. I'll get one of you guys on camera with me sometime. Okay, we'll try to bring Laura on. This is fun. Oh, now it says I can't. Oh, well, that's okay. I'll play with this another time. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here this morning. And shoot me any questions if you have them. I'm here. We'll be back on Wednesday. And enjoy this beautiful couple of days. I think it's supposed to be really nice today and tomorrow. Oh, it won't let you accept. That's all right. Maybe we'll play with this not live sometime. But that would be cool if I could get someone else like on here doing the workout while I do it. All right. I love you guys. I miss you. And I am excited to hopefully see you at the club soon. But I will see you live here on Wednesday for sure. All right. Have good weeks, everyone. Bye.